everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Cardinals going up against the 49ers.
Larry, we are down the peninsula from San Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2nd down following the run.
Somebody run Wildcat every 3rd play.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll go down right on the 47 this time.
Wildcat
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough
and goal line in the middle of the field.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and dropped.
What kind of route is that?
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys.
Okay, you're going to send him on a fade route. Well, that was a nasty route. Oh, shit, he burned.
Really embrace him.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Jennings. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll run with Montgomery.
Yeah, he has a weird comeback. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, a comeback route. And it looked different on the play yard.
He had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Wham, a wham. Oh, he bounced it out on the wham.
Mahomes to throw on second down. This will be
damn. That's nasty.
And now it's third down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
I like that.
Like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most.
That was LJ on the toss play.
If they touch it on this
got to the edge, though.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, he got to the edge fast as shit.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Oh, was that that was a stiff arm. That was a stiff arm. It said use a stiff arm. Yeah, he showed that man in the air.
They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's
not really, not yet.
But they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. For the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The scramble good for a nice gain
Oh,
of
you
10
about to
yards,
get exposed, bro. You don't even know
Here
it.
comes the 49ers punter now. As he'll kick it
Nah,
away
I'm
for the
talking
second time. He gets this one away. And boy, that's another boomer.
You was about to run the ball, but he brought the safety down. So you audibled out into a pass. Play action slow.
A 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did miss it. He dropped back to cover it because you ran a streak up the middle with the inside receiver. Oh shit! Damn, boom. Thunder and lightning.
They take over. Shift together here from the D-line.
He said wild style cowboy shit.
Oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Second down and 4.
That nigga gonna go on offense and defense. That nigga will. He bring everybody and then he drop back with the middle linebacker. That shit is like ridiculous. Yeah, he uses the fuck out that man too. So it's like he's covering everybody with one man. I don't know how he do it.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
That is a super bait. You know, I was looking at the highlight reel. He rolled with one dude and peeled off of him and covered the other dude to get the pick in 0.2 seconds.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
This man got his own highlight reel.
Rumbles for 24 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first
Flats.
down.
He flattened the shit out of you.
In the red zone.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really
they getting on the field.
He wanted to go to his top
Everybody, and then you know I got my subs, the way my subs come in. Everybody touch the field. It's just the point of me getting the ball to him.
Here, 2nd down and 10. This is Logan. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel sub packages.
Oh, he dropped that. We cannot drop that.
So
it was a soft pass. That was man, that was the softest pass I've ever seen.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
No, you was on defense. You was on defense. Yeah. And he rolled right, and you was usually in the middle linebacker, and you brought him up to bait him to throw it, and he threw it, and the corner was sitting right there, and it hit him in the hands. And it wasn't even a drill pass. It was like a little loft joint.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads. Took him right off his feet. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about.
Yeah. Was it the Eagles he played?
First down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain.
Oh yeah, I need a hood doing that.
First down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He got donut.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. blocking, but you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Leopard!
Back to throw here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! All right, now, lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Back to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! No, check! Patriot! Patriot! Set! 3-19!
They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Back it up! Watch it now, Barney! No, check! Patriot! Good! Let's go!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Detroit! Leopard! Back it up, Philly! Here we go! Hurry up, here we go!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team, helps them start their comeback.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gets around him. And now running right through him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Mahomes now on first down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jennings. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On the carry, it's Logan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Gone! All right, now look at 56.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Complete. Richardson has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards for number 11.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They run with Logan. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. No.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the...
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Solomon Thomas in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, that's Logan. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Let's go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Jennings. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down, 8. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On second down, Montgomery. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. To throw here. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Aaron Lynch in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the 49ers are going to get a first. 4th quarter, every drive so critical. You figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets a made. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. The gun. They'll look to throw. Bryant has it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Always got some breathing room. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Joe Williams, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Aaron Lynch in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
They run again with Logan. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Mahomes. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
He'll rifle this one. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll drop to throw. It's caught by Bryant. A good pick up there, 26 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now, and this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
No. Check, Patriot.
Now a handoff looking right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Handoff as they run left side. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. To throw. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
To throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
I come here today to talk about how